Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Sad news, unfortunately. Davide Renne, who was just a short while ago appointed artistic director at Moschino after Jeremy Scott and Moschino parted ways, he was supposed to start working, and did start working, for Moschino in the official capacity as artistic director on November 1st, 2023. Well, just a couple of days later, unfortunately, Davide passed away from what appears to have been a heart attack. Let's get into the details. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. You're all welcome to join the live chats. So, what to say? It comes as a shock, actually. Davide Renne, so Moschino, just 2 days ago, issued a statement on their Instagram account, and I'm going to read it. And it says, Moschino, this is, by the way, Davide Renne. Moschino says, it is with deep sorrow and great sadness, Moschino announces that Davide Renne passed away on November 10th, 2023 in Milan, Italy. Davide took on the role of creative director at Moschino just a few days ago, on November 1st of 2023. So he was basically artistic director for 9.5 days. Does this fall under some Guinness Book of World Records record for an artistic director, like the shortest time anybody has been artistic director of a brand? I don't know, but it's... so they say Massimo Ferretti, the chairman of AF SPA. AF is the company that owns Moschino. So the chairman, Massimo Ferretti, is quoted to have said, "There are no words to describe the pain we are experiencing at this dramatic time. Davide joined us only a few days ago when a sudden illness took him from us too soon. We still can't believe what happened. With Davide, we were working on an ambitious project in an atmosphere of enthusiasm and optimism for the future. Even though he was only with us for a very short time, Davide was able to immediately make himself loved and respected. Today, we are left with the responsibility of carrying on what his imagination and creativity had only envisioned. Our deepest sympathies go to his family and friends," says Massimo Ferretti, chairman of AFSPA. The Moschino Instagram account is still only following one person, and that would be Davide. They're not following Jeremy Scott. Jeremy Scott is not following Moschino. I looked through all of the comments that have been left on the post that Moschino made. And a lot of people, including famous people and other designers, commented, leaving heartfelt condolences. I am now on Davide's Instagram account, and the last post was made by, I presume, his family. And they wrote it in Italian and also in English. And I'm going to read them in Italian and in English because I think his Italian family also deserves the respect to hear it also in Italian. So, we're going to read Italian and then we're going to go into English, okay? È con profonda tristezza che la famiglia annuncia l'improvvisa scomparsa di Davide e invita tutti gli amati amici che vorranno stringersi attorno a lui per un ultimo affettuoso saluto presso la casa funeraria San Siro in via Corelli 120 Milano, domenica 12 novembre dalle 9 alle 18. It is with a heart full of sorrow that the family announces the sudden loss of Davide and invites all his beloved friends who would love to pay him a visit to Casa Funeraria San Siro in via Corelli 120 Milano on Sunday, November 12th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. to say goodbye. Now, on that particular post, Mark Jacobs commented, and then some private, Carline Serf de Duzel commented, Anna Dello Russo commented. You know, a lot of famous, Marcello Burlon commented. So we're talking famous people, influential people from the fashion world. You know, he was getting traction, right? Because listen, his Instagram account was under 10K and then it jumped to now almost 20,000 followers. But it's not like he was like Jeremy Scott at several million followers. He was at the beginning of his career. He was about to blossom and boom. He used to work for Gucci, right? With Alessandro Michele. Alessandro Michele, who is heartbroken, also commented about Davide Renne no longer being with us. And Alessandro Michele posted a very, very heartfelt eulogy on his own Instagram account. I can read to you what he said. He wrote only in Italian, but we're going to translate it. So he said, "My sweet friend, inseparable brother, so much love. What an amazing and unforgettable journey we had together. So many laughs and pure joy. How many unconscious dreams we've been chasing. And how we hugged each other tightly with a heartbeat. Because you weren't just one of the most talented creatives I've ever known. You were above all an irreplaceable part of a little tight-knit family. Ours, the one we chose to build with all the love in the world. I can't help but desperately cry for you now. On this rainy day, when I miss you like air, I so want to hug you and tell you once more everything will be okay." I don't know what to say, you guys. I mean, a situation like this is terrible for everybody. He was super young, you know, in his mid-40s. That's not an age to pass away in your mid-40s. His family is devastated. Moschino is devastated. I mean, you know, Moschino, you know, they were like kind of, you know, everything was very hush-hush, you know. The whole situation with Jeremy Scott leaving, we still don't know to this day. Did Jeremy Scott leave or did Moschino kick him out? They were very politically correct about, you know, very hush-hush. We just went our separate ways, like, but they don't follow each other on Instagram. So Jeremy Scott is, I don't know, it feels very, very bizarre. And then they announced, and we were all thinking, well, who's going to be the new Moschino artistic director? Like, is somebody famous going to take the reins? No, they did not take somebody who's world famous. Moschino appointed Davide as artistic director. So they were very excited about this. You know, they skipped an entire season while they were looking and negotiating and who knows what they were doing. And they skipped an entire season of artistic direction. You know, they gave a temporary artistic direction to Four Ladies. And we've reviewed that show also on my channel. And so Davide was working on his first collection, which was supposed to be next season. And now, apparently, Moschino will, however short that vision was that Davide had for Moschino's next chapter, they're going to try to make that happen. The Moschino team is going to still try to make that fashion show happen. Now, you know, whenever we lose young talent, it's tragic, especially in fashion, because young talent is usually not given a chance to become artistic directors. You know, nowadays, these big fashion houses, they take famous people to be artistic directors. So it was something quite special that Moschino chose Davide. And it was a good thing, you know, to give some fresh air, somebody new who doesn't have all that power like Tom Ford would have, you know what I mean? Like Kim Jones would have, you know. And here we go. A heart attack took him away. We don't know more than that, but here's a plot twist for you guys. Italy. Now, Italy has this, and I hope this will not be the case with Moschino, but Italy has this very, sometimes nasty way of being malicious in a kind of superstitious way. They're very they can be very superstitious. Franco Moschino the founder of the brand Moschino, died very young of AIDS. Now, when something like this happens, you know, he just started working on the 1st of January, then on the 10th, the 1st of November, then on the 10th of November, he passes away. Quite a few people are going to start doing the whole, you know, oh, this brings bad luck. Is Moschino cursed? There's going to be people that are going to go in that direction. You know, that whole superstitious side of things. It's risky. It's risky. It might go in that direction, you know, especially he was posting very dark stuff on his Instagram account. Not for my standards, you know, he posted the twins from The Shining. Yes, it was around Halloween, but he was posting also like vampire stuff, black, gothic things. Like, I have the feeling like his chapter for Moschino was going to be dark, and it was going to be like a new kind of vision, a gothic vision for Moschino. And then to kind of be taken away from us so soon. Iffy. Now, the question is, who is going to take over? Who's going to want to take over? Will another Italian want to take over? Or are people going to stay away from Moschino now and be like, yeah, this company? And what does Jeremy Scott think of all of this? Because we still don't know if Jeremy Scott left because he wanted to leave or because they didn't want to renew his contract. Interesting to note that I have looked through Jeremy's Instagram account and also through Davide's. Jeremy Scott did not comment on Davide's passing. Jeremy Scott did not officially, as of now, when I'm making this video, he did not comment. He did not write officially, like, you know, my condolences to the family. Like, you know what I mean? None of that. So, but then again, Jeremy, the last post I've seen on his Instagram was from 6 days ago. So maybe, you know, he's just not on social media. But he is. So he avoided commenting at all. Will Moschino contact Jeremy to ask him to come back now? I don't think. I think out of principle, they would not do it. He, out of principle, probably would not want to come back. Especially if the rumors that I heard that allegedly he was, you know, let go. If he was let go once, he can get let go twice. So it's like, why would I want to come back now to save you and your collection for you to kick me out again? You know what I mean? The next chance you get. So I would not want to come back either. Yeah, Jesus. I do feel like there's some bad blood there between them, but that's just allegedly. Jeremy Scott, by the way, we know him for his colorful collections, whimsical pop culture references, very superficial stuff, right? But fun and playful. Coincidentally, just a couple of days ago, he launched an exhibition/collection, very dark as well. I was quite surprised when I checked out his Instagram account. Literally, well, he was first. So basically, Jeremy Scott was in Amsterdam on the 26th of October for the European unveiling of his Car Couture collection of sustainable gowns made from upcycled and recycled Hyundai car parts. And you might think, oh, this is like kind of funny stuff. It's dark. And this is from Jeremy's own Instagram account, so I can show it to you. But like, this is dark. Look at this. This is not the Jeremy that we're used to seeing. This is a whole new Jeremy. This is a whole new direction. This is Jeremy kind of almost proving to us Oh, you want to see what I can do? I can't do just whimsical things. I can go there. I can go there. And then some. It's a very bizarre energy. That kind of gothic approach that Davide was showing on his Instagram account in his last posts leading up to the final post. Jeremy doing this kind of dark collection. Something is brewing, isn't it? Something is happening. Whenever we lose art, whenever we lose creativity, whenever we lose an artistic vein, it's a loss for all of us, you know. And it really saddens me when somebody at the beginning, I mean, Davide was working already for Gucci for many years. It's not like he was at the beginning of his fashion career, but for the first time ever, he's given the pedestal, you know, he is on the throne of a fashion brand. That was his first time to be like artistic director, bam. That means he's at the beginning of that part of his career, you know. So it's kind of you're at the beginning of something exciting, new, amazing. And then it ends before it had a chance to blossom. And that breaks my heart, you know. I'm really curious to see, because the rest of us are still alive for now. So we are curious to see what's the next chapter. How are we going to move away from this? Here's hoping that, you know, Davide's family manages to find some closure. It's going to take a long time. No parent wants to see their kid go first, ever. That is a pain we cannot understand unless we are parents ourselves. So all my love to Davide's family. Really, really from the bottom of my heart, so sorry. Thoughts and prayers down below, right? If you have anything to say, and send some love to David and his family. You know, his Instagram account is still active. Somebody has access to it because they posted a eulogy. So send some love and positive thoughts, and here's hoping that we find a way, you know, to rejoice again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Never give up on love.